Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something truly extraordinary, something so fundamental to our existence that we often take it for granted. No, it's not the Wi-Fi password, although that is pretty important. We're diving deep into the captivating world of the human heart. This fist-sized organ tucked away in our chests is a non-stop powerhouse, working tirelessly day and night to keep us alive. Over the next few minutes, we'll uncover 14 mind-blowing facts about the heart that'll leave you in awe of this incredible organ. We're talking trivia night champion level facts, people. So buckle up, grab your metaphorical thinking caps. Let's be real, you're probably already wearing one. And get ready to be amazed. All right, fact number one, and let's just say it's a doozy. Are you ready for this? The human heart beats, on average, 100,000 times a day. That's right, 100,000. Think about all the things you do in a day. Scrolling through social media, procrastinating on that project, contemplating the vastness of the universe. All while your heart is just chugging along, beating a rhythm that would make a hummingbird jealous. To put that into perspective, that's like baking 500 cookies, running a marathon, and writing a novel all in a 24-hour period. Your heart, my friends, is the ultimate multitasker. So the next time you think you're working hard, just remember the little engine that could be beating away in your chest. It puts your all-nighter to shame, honestly. Okay, get ready for fact number two, because it's straight out of a science fiction movie. You know how your heart is nestled all snugly in your chest, connected to all sorts of veins and arteries? Well, here's the mind-blowing part. It can keep beating even when it's completely disconnected from the body. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some zombie movie magic, this is real-life science. The heart has its own internal electrical system, kind of like a built-in generator that keeps it going, even when it's not physically attached to anything. Of course, we're not suggesting you try this at home. Please don't go yanking hearts out of things. It's a figure of speech, people. But it does make you think, right? This independent streak is part of what makes the human heart so fascinating and resilient. It's a reminder that even when things seem chaotic, there's a steady beat inside us, keeping us going. All right, fact number three, and this one is for all the amazing women out there. Did you know that your heart actually beats faster than a dude's heart? On average, about 8 beats per minute faster. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, are you suggesting women are just like over-emotional or something? And to that, I say no, not at all. This is science, people, not some cheesy rom-com. But seriously, this difference in heart rate is likely due to a bunch of factors like size, hormones, and maybe even a little bit of cosmic energy. Okay, maybe not that last one. But the point is, ladies, you literally have more heart than men, at least when it comes to beats per minute. So next time a dude tries to tell you you're overreacting, just remind him that your heart is working harder than his, and therefore your feelings are just that much more intense. Okay, maybe don't actually say that. It might not end well. Let's move on to fact number four, and this one is just mind-blowing. Your heart, that little champ in your chest, pumps out about 1.5 gallons of blood every single minute. Every single minute. Think about that for a second. That's like filling up a small aquarium in the time it takes to microwave a burrito. And it's not just pumping willy-nilly either. This blood is on a tight schedule, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every single cell in your body, all while picking up waste products like a tiny garbage truck. Seriously, the logistics of this whole operation are insane. It's like the world's most efficient delivery service, except it's happening inside you all the time without you even having to think about it. So, next time you're feeling stressed about deadlines or traffic, just remember your heart is out there crushing it, 24/7, no breaks, no complaints. Well, except for maybe that one time you had a heart attack after eating an entire cheesecake in one sitting. But hey, we all have our limits, right? All right, let's talk about size for a minute. Fact number five, your heart, the organ responsible for keeping you alive and stuff, is roughly the size of your fist. I know, right? It's kind of crazy to think that something so small can be so powerful. Go ahead, make a fist. That's it, that's basically your heart right there, except you know, instead of punching things, hopefully it's pumping blood and keeping your entire body running. It's like having a tiny superhero living inside your chest. Except this superhero doesn't wear a cape or fight crime. It just pumps blood and occasionally skips a beat when you see your crush. So next time you're feeling small or insignificant, just remember the mighty, fist-sized powerhouse beating inside you, and then go eat a vegetable or something. Your heart will thank you for it. Okay, so we've talked about how the heart is a powerhouse, pumping blood like a champ. But did you know it enjoys a good chuckle too? I'm serious. Laughter, my friends, is like a mini vacation for your heart. It relaxes your blood vessels, boosts blood flow, and just generally chills things out in there. Think of it this way. When you laugh, your body releases endorphins. And endorphins, as we all know from those cheesy 80s workout montages, make you happy. Happy heart, happy life. It's practically science. So, next time you're feeling stressed, do your heart a favor and watch a funny cat video. Or, listen to one of my jokes. I've been told I'm hilarious. All right, let's talk about something truly mind-blowing. The human heart, this fist-sized organ that keeps us going, has its own electrical supply. Yeah, you heard that right. It's like its own little power station. This electrical system is what keeps the heart beating in a regular rhythm, pumping blood throughout the body. But here's the really crazy part. Because of this independent electrical system, the heart can actually continue to beat even when it's completely disconnected from the body. I know. It sounds like something out of a Frankenstein movie, but it's true. Of course, this doesn't mean the heart can survive indefinitely on its own. It still needs oxygen and nutrients, which it normally gets from the blood. So, we've established that the heart is a pretty incredible organ. But did you know that its awesomeness starts incredibly early on? We're talking just 4 weeks after conception, people. That's like younger than most YouTube channels. At this point, the embryo is basically just a tiny cluster of cells. But among those cells, a single, solitary heart cell decides it's time to get this party started, and so it begins to beat all by itself. This tiny flicker of life is the very beginning of what will become the fully fledged, blood-pumping powerhouse we all know and love. It's a reminder that even from our earliest moments, there's something truly remarkable happening inside each and every one of us. Okay, fact number 9 might just blow your mind. Are you ready for this? The human heart is the only muscle in the entire body that doesn't get tired. Can you even imagine? This little fist-sized organ just keeps on chugging day in and day out for your entire life. It's basically running a marathon that never ends, which, let's be honest, sounds absolutely horrible. I mean, even marathon runners get to stop eventually. They collapse at the finish line, grab a banana, maybe take a well-deserved nap. But your heart? Nope. It's the ultimate picture of dedication. So next time you're feeling tired or lazy, just remember your heart. It's out there, working overtime, never complaining. It puts all our complaining about deadlines and homework to shame, doesn't it? All right, folks, it's time to get a little serious. We've been having some fun with these heart facts, but this next one is a bit of a downer. Fact number 10, heart disease is the #1 cause of death worldwide. Yeah, you heard that right. Not sharks, not spiders, not even awkward social interactions. It's heart disease that takes the cake, which is, ironically, not great for your heart. The good news is there's a lot we can do to prevent it. Eating healthy, exercising, not smoking. All that boring adult stuff actually makes a difference, so take care of yourselves, all right? Your heart will thank you. Back to the lighter side of things, because honestly, that last fact was a bit heavy. Let's talk about something amazing. Fact number 11. Did you know your heart could double as a superhero weapon? Okay, maybe not. But check this out. Your heart can create enough pressure to squirt blood 30 feet. That's right, 30 feet. That's like 3 times the height of a basketball hoop. Now, I'm not suggesting you go around squirting blood at people because and also, assault charges. But still, pretty impressive, right? It just goes to show you how powerful that little organ really is. It's a blood-pumping, pressure-creating machine. Respect. Okay, so we've all heard it, right? That steady thump-thump, lub-dub, lub-dub emanating from our chests. It's the soundtrack to our lives, this rhythmic pulse that honestly, we probably take for granted most of the time. But have you ever stopped to wonder what you're actually hearing? Like, what is that sound? Is it a tiny drummer inside of us keeping the beat for this whole human experience thing? Well, as fascinating as the tiny drummer theory is, it's sadly not the case. The truth is a little less whimsical, but still pretty darn cool. That Lub-Dub, that heartbeat symphony, it's actually the sound of your heart valves doing their thing. You see, your heart isn't just some hollow blob pumping blood willy-nilly. It's got chambers, 4 of them to be exact. And between those chambers are these little doors, these valves. And as blood gets pushed through these chambers, the valves slam shut to make sure it doesn't flow backward. It's like a really efficient one-way system for your blood. And the sound of those valves snapping shut, that's the Lub-Dub we hear. It's literally the sound of your heart keeping things moving, making sure that life-giving blood gets where it needs to go. So next time you're feeling your pulse or listening to your heartbeat, remember, it's not just a sound, it's a symphony of valves, chambers, and the incredible force of your heart working to keep you alive. And that, my friends, is way cooler than any tiny drummer. Okay, folks, we've talked about how the heart is basically a non-stop blood-pumping machine, a rhythmic drummer, and even a bit of a drama queen. But did you know your heart also has a security detail? No, I'm not talking about the rib cage, though that does provide some solid protection. I'm talking about the heart's very own immune system. You see, the heart, like some kind of microscopic fortress, has its own line of defense against invaders like bacteria and viruses. It's got these specialized cells like macrophages and dendritic cells. And yes, those are their real names, and they sound like something out of a sci-fi novel, that work tirelessly to identify and neutralize threats. It's kind of like the heart has its own tiny army, always on patrol, making sure everything is running smoothly. And this isn't just some random evolutionary quirk. The heart's immune system is crucial for keeping your circulatory system healthy and preventing infections from messing with your blood flow. So next time you think about your immune system, don't just picture white blood cells having an epic battle in your bloodstream. Remember the heart, that fist-sized warrior in your chest, diligently guarding its own borders and keeping your whole system safe. All right, we've had some laughs about the heart being a drama queen. But on a serious note, there's one heartbreak the heart doesn't find funny, and it's not the kind you see in romantic comedies. I'm talking about broken heart syndrome, also known as stress cardiomyopathy. And as much as we like to use the phrase dying of a broken heart metaphorically, this condition proves that sometimes it's not a metaphor at all. It turns out extreme emotional stress, like the kind you experience after the loss of a loved one, a terrifying experience, or even intense joy, can actually weaken the heart muscle. Symptoms can mimic a heart attack, chest pain, shortness of breath, you name it. It's like your heart is so overwhelmed with emotion, it forgets how to function properly. Thankfully, it's usually temporary, and most people recover with treatment. But it does go to show the connection between our emotional and physical well-being is incredibly powerful. So be kind to your heart, both literally and figuratively. And if you're going through a tough time, don't hesitate to reach out for help.